Good morning, everyone. I see Andy made it back this morning, and Steve's here. Good morning. And Matt did a drive by. He's headed to work, and he's here to say hi and give thumbs up. Good morning, Matt. And have a blessed day. So, who has storms going through this morning? Ours is supposed to be here this afternoon. Good morning, Buster. Oh, thank you, cuz. I knew somebody had to have. I don't know why Nightbot isn't working yet. Let me check that out. You are so generous. Let me try this again. I got a feeling Nightbot's taking the day off. Ah, there we go. It did it twice because it's so behind. So it's 71 here already. And see, Andy's red is cloudy with temperature 73. You're 2 degrees warmer than I am. The wind's blowing from the northwest at 6 miles per hour. Current humidity is 86%. Good morning, Katie. Yeah, I want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers that are in. Cement is cloudy with. Whoa, you're warm. Yeah, cloudy, high humidity, and I'm feeling it this morning. All congested everywhere. Here we go. Temperature 50. Oh, you're cool. You got the coldest temperature so far. And Buster's got the hottest. Well, we just got our first bang of thunder. Hey, Drunken Chef. Have a blessed day, dear. That's about like we were a week ago. Yeah, I just want to keep them south of us because I got to see what Lucy's looking out the window for. Well, it can't be thunder. It's not raining yet, but I do need to clean my windows. Well, in another week, the year I'd be half over. Oh wow. What's your chance of severe weather, cuz? Oh, Katie, I remember that. Do you believe in my apartment I had at one time, I'll just put it this way, I was averaging 50 to 55 eggs a day. Okay, Chef, I'm going to have to get that. Let me find. Let me see if I can find Drunken Chef's link here. Yeah, you did it. You all did it faster than me. I still put mine in there so I can show you guys. Dad's Day, and it ends tomorrow. When I gifted two, I gifted him that 5 pack for his birthday in February, but he's not a dad yet, so. Well, I just seen the mailman. He's coming around. No, so, Katie, I understand what you said about quail math, because like I said, I was getting up to 50 to 55 eggs a day at one point. That's when I had wilds, tuxedos, white wing, barrels, and I can't remember the fee I had. Pansy fees, yeah. Good morning, Sue at the Bud Files. Well, I had 3 triple Winola Ranch community cages. No, wait a minute. I had 2 sets of triples and 1 set of single layer of mating. So that was quite a few birds. That was back when I was selling ballots and everything. But here in the apartment that I'm in now, I don't hardly have room for me and Lucy. I don't have room for all my stuff. It took me about 5 minutes every morning to check the feed, do the feed and water. And twice a week, it took me about 15 minutes to a half hour to clean all the cages. Just, I'm usually very good in using every part of my apartment. See who has to say good morning? Not yet, Buster. I was going to work on it yesterday, but something happened that stopped me. Katie, I got stopped from using making a compost pile. So yeah, I had to put it in. It took oh 2.5 kitchen garbage bags to get it all out. And Katie says you're a pretty lady, Lucy. Your mommy's girl. Yeah. Good morning. Cruising is fun anytime. Haven't seen you guys in a while, and I've missed your live streams. I'm usually busy when you guys go live. If you want to know anything about cruising, what's coming up, and everything at on cruises, this is the channel to watch. Cruising, type exclamation point quail so that you can drop your link to everybody. Oh, you're visiting family in Dallas for about a month. Yes, Andy, that is a job. Boy, the whole atmosphere is kind of eerie, like the calm before a storm is what it feels like. And everybody's kind of quiet today. But my borage is looking good. And I'm waiting for my nasturtiums to flower. And my Mayblar spinach takes 3 weeks to pop before they pop up. Andy, how many kits do you got running around? Thank you, cuz. Katie says we have a couple 12-week cockerels trying to figure out life. And it cracks me up every time. Poor guys are destined for freezer camp because we're too suburban. Oh, yeah. Mooney had, I think, 6 or 7 yesterday. Oh, okay. That juvenile crow is just hilarious. I bet that is funny because, even juvenile quails, they sound funny when they first start crowing too. It used to be many years ago, I think during the Hoover administration, when you were allowed to have 25 chickens and one rooster in each family. Nowadays, people they got noise ordinance. Oh, that would be neat, Katie. That would be neat. What's control, Andy? Yeah, I think that's better off that way. Yeah. Oh, the limit of chickens. Yeah, nowadays. Yeah, the ordinance, the laws nowadays. That's all it is. It wants. It doesn't. It seems to me that. Nah, I better leave it alone. I better not say it. Well, I tell you what, I'd rather hear roosters crowing than motorcycles running down the street at 2 o'clock in the morning. Good morning, David. Yeah, or you can have motorcycles racing down the street all hours of the night. And in Franklin, there's no sound ordinance. S- That's it. Thank you for the thumbs up, David. You have a blessed day too. Yeah, Katie, you guys can say that, but I have to be careful with what I say. Oh, do you guys know I got kicked off of TikTok? And the only thing I post on TikTok is my notifications. Me, a rebel? Oh no. I didn't post anything when I got the notification. They didn't tell me which post it was or anything. They just thinking that I'm stealing somebody else's, I guess. I don't know. So I really don't care. I think because I was promoting YouTube, my channel on YouTube. Who cares? Some people think I am a rebel, but I'm not. I'm just just somebody who likes to encourage other people to do what you can do. Hurry back, cuz. Yeah, I guess because I wasn't doing videos on their channel. Okay, let me see what I can do here, David. I gotta go to my channel. Give me a minute. There you go, David. Now you should be blue, David. Type something in. Good morning, Mike. How are you this great, cloudy, heading for storms morning? It's raining like crazy in Van Buren. Yeah, you're north of me. You're getting the rain that's missing me. We're not supposed to have rain till about 3 o'clock. Let's see here. There you go. Now you can see what. See, that's what our weather's looking like. About 3 o'clock when the storms are supposed to be coming in here, even though there are storms in the area now. You're camping 1.5 hours north of your house. That's cool. I agree, David. Mike does need to review something and post, or he can do a review of his campsite. Yeah, he does great ration reviews. Uh, If you want me to buy a local, then stock it. I agree, Andy. Hey, Tommy. Happy Father's Day, Tommy. And David and Mike. You have a blessed day too, Katie. Have fun. They don't realize if they don't stock it, you can't buy it. You have to buy it where you can buy it at. You're very welcome, David. Back to the water, LL. Have a great day, folks. You have a great day too. Good morning, David. No rain north shore of Lake Erie, just cloudy. And good morning, Christopher and Angela. Chopping cabbage and making sauerkraut. Sounds good. Sauerkraut's the best thing to have. But see, on the south shore of Lake Erie, David, it's raining. Let me see if I can show that. See up here where it's all this rain, and right there's Lake Erie. Yes, cuz you need to put that on your schedule. My dad had a big ceramic vat, but he didn't use it for sauerkraut. He used it to make wine. And I agree 100%. Oh, you're using up last year's elderberries, raspberries, and blueberries? What are you making, Dave? Some simple syrups or Christopher, what size vat are you putting your cabbage in? And what are you using as a weight? Do you have flowers or berries on them yet? Pink lemonade blueberry plants. That is going to be interesting. Yeah, you're across from Port Clinton and Sandusky. Yeah, those are my strange memory. That's my strange memory area. Your blueberry bush is only 3 inches tall. Okay. Chris puts it directly in jars, 6 to 8, and cover with folded cabbage leaf to hold them down. Then cover with plastic with rubber bands. Poke a couple holes for CO2 to get out. Oh, okay. You know, you can get fermenting jars for that to have the weights that you actually put on that cabbage leaf to hold it down. That way everything stays under the brine. Oh, that is wonderful, Andy. Just make sure none of the grandkids pick them before they droop, because that latex can be nasty on young mouths. Well, let me ask you this: you got any clean stones you can clean up and put on top of the leaf to weigh it down? But your way, if you've done your way before, if it works for you, that's great. There's many ways to do everything. And if it works, you don't need to fix it. Good morning, Aaron. You have a safe trip. I did have flowers on 3 of the other blueberry plants this spring, so hopefully I'll get some berries. I hope so too. Yeah, Aaron, I bet you I know where you're going. You're going to get the bearded guys ready for tonight. And I'll let you guys argue it out while I go get me a cup of coffee because my cup is empty. Ugh. Hold still, Lucy. I'm drinking some Michigan cherry coffee. I don't blame you. And you know who would pick them if they pick them when they're not ripe? Because they'll have latex burns on their mouth. And you got that right, cuz. And I found out how to make my own mocha coffee, which I'm going to be doing the first thing I can roast my cocoa beans, cacao beans. And when you pick that first ripe fig, Andy, off your tree and you take a bite, you'll swear you were in heaven. 'Cause that's what a fresh fig tastes like, a bite of heaven. Good morning, oops. Yeah, or the dog that eats over 2 dozen quail eggs, and you take it for a walk the next morning, you find out which one it was. Now, Andy, speaking of butter and finding out which one eat it, my sister Barb, who you guys met once when she came in the chat, when she was little, she was 2 years old, you'd find her on the dining room table, um, eating the butter out of the butter dish. Good morning, Nubs. I need to write a list of all the people that came in today. And you're my brother Ralph. You're just like my brother Ralph. He would eat the sugar, and he's the one that ended up being a juvenile diabetic. There you go, Andy. You got it right there. That is great. You got some service. Yeah, well, see, when I had sugar, it always had to have cinnamon in it. And there's Howie. Good morning, Howie. Pennsylvania mountains suck for signal. I understand that. I don't worry about fig wasps. They're only in there long enough to lay eggs. See, there you go. And you know what? Cause if you rip the fig open before you bite into it, you see what you're biting into. Eh. That's right. Oops. Any bug in your fruit is just a little extra protein you get. I mean, once one wasp compared to when you buy a fig Newton, you may have rat hairs and everything else in it. Now, I tried it once when I got older and it was nasty, but when you're a kid that has to feed yourself, they could not cook on a stove. You do with what you do what you got to do. Yep. You tell them, Howie. Yeah, aren't they floss? Isn't that dental floss? Yeah, what the government allows in your food, if you knew what was in your food, you'd be more scared to eat the commercially bought food. Oh, you're allergic to figs? Oh, this is getting really comical. Go lay down, sweetie. You just don't know where you want to lay, do you? That is the only thing. There has been whole rats found in canned goods. None of that cockroaches and other bugs. How about the frog in the pickle jar? That was pickled right in with the pickles. Well, it started out with 15 guys, and if it didn't make them sick, they figured it was safe. Well, Nubs, I'm not going to show that one. McDonald's beef is actually more soy than cow. Exactly. Well, on this, that I am going to have to get a smoke. Oh, Christopher, if you think those roaches are bad, try living in Galveston's when they fly out of the trees to go towards the light, and you have ceiling to floor windows. Yeah, they eat them. Have fun, Howie. Yeah, in a lot of places they eat crickets. You can buy dried crickets on Amazon for human consumption. That is true. That is so true, cuz. Well, let's get on to a more pleasant conversation instead of bugs. Everybody should be getting tomatoes now, shouldn't they? Hello, Desiree and Anime Gamer. I see you made it this morning. How did your hatching go? Well, no, I get this after so much bug talking. I start itching because I feel like they're crawling on me. So I had to get away from that. Oh, you had a pop up tornado the other day? No, I'd rather have it fried where it was crunchy. Oh, tomato. Okay, I seen tornado. Okay, thank you, cuz. I have made a very good infused chocolate cake, and then you put peanut butter ice cream on top of it, homemade peanut butter ice cream. And that was to die for. Now, Nubs, that is gross. Okay. That's good, Desiree. Let us know what your final count is. How many did you have in lockdown? I hope you quit turning them. Yes, good luck and happy hatching. Oh, how did you lose the two eggs? Did they get cracked on you? Now, compost tea is very good. And you can make your own tea even without composting. All you have to do is take up your green material, put it in a bucket, cover it with water, let it set for 2 or 3 days, and that is great for the garden. You could even do the same thing with quail poop and shavings. Take a bucket, a 5-gallon bucket, a couple inches of shavings, and dirty shit. Cover that with water, let it set for a few days in the sun, covered in a bucket, and then you just strain it off. That's very good. I know, cuz, but I just go automatically to that, to the garden. So when you say compost tea, that means garden or pots. Mm. Just remember to strain the water. If you make your own compost tea out of fresh stuff, make sure you strain the water when you go to use it. Now, Nubs, you do follow food forest permaculture, don't you? Because Howie's great with all the different things he does. That would be very interesting. So you want to put a little bit of everything, electrical and magnetic fields as well. Fish tank air pump in buckets of tea. That's interesting. Yeah, but you don't want it too wet on the worms. Let us know how it works, Nubs. It all sounds interesting. No, aerated compost doesn't smell as bad. And you know, a lot of people use chickens to scratch up their compost for them to turn their compost. Those aquaponic system had red wigglers that preferred to be underwater. They would come up for air when they wouldn't want to be worked very well for a long time. Yep, adding to the compost as well as stirring it. So true. Tommy was just in and out. Love to hear his idea on this. Desiree, just ask what the word. Just ask what word you're having problems with understanding, and we can explain it to you. It's always good to ask questions. Aquaponics is where you have fish in water and you have some plants above it using water. And the fish debris feeds the plants, and the plants oxidize the water. So it's a win-win situation. What word do you need an explanation of, Desiree? Because it's better to ask questions than to ignore information that can help you later on. Well, it looks like you may have to move them from one patch to another, Christopher. There, here. Steve told you one thing. A trump is a water-powered air compressor. And a wiggler is a small red worm. That's okay, Nubs. Most of us understand. And people that don't understand, it is great to ask questions so that we can help you to understand. Knowledge is power, but wisdom is beyond power. Wisdom is when you take knowledge and make it part of your own. Yeah, Nubs is Nubs. And never apologize for using the terms you use. Yes, if you don't want to ask questions, you can always ask Google on privacy. Mostly since they added AI. Because right now AI is just a toddler. Not always anime. You know, it's just like I used to tell everybody. Even in fiction, there's some truth. You just have to shift through it deeper and deeper. Now that can be funny. Now, when it thinks a rabbit is a bobcat, that's a different story. But I'm finding more and more wild lettuce around here. Just have to harvest it before somebody gets around to mowing it down. What, baby? In a little while, let you out. You act like you're hurting today, huh? Yeah, you're moving a little stiff. What's a shavelet? Nubs. The translation for shavelet. Probably not being Google. It is a cat that was attacked by a razor and now looks like a lion with a puff on its tail. Ah, okay. Be excited. Nothing to be afraid of. You take each chick as it comes. Yeah, like Steve said, no need to be scared they don't bite. Even if they pecked you, it doesn't hurt. Yeah, they are miniature dinosaurs. But see, even their bites are real small. Now, there are some birds that you can be scared of, but oh, your PC is currently half broken at the moment. Oh, cool, Andy. Well, another thing they used to tell me, or I heard in the computer community, is usually it's not the computer broken, but operator error. So they already hatched out, huh? So, yep, put them underneath those cages and let them go to work. Pterodactyls? Well, I haven't seen any of those around here. The closest I've seen to those is the turkey vultures. Yeah, an ostrich on a bad day. They can be vindictive. I'm contemplating making a bug of that for butternut squash soup. Not soup season, but love that soup. I use sorry and turmeric in mine, not the cinnamon nutmeg versions. Yeah, turmeric would be better in it. You can drop the link, Andy. You have a ranch. Yeah, but I can't remember the name of it right now, Desiree. Oh, you okay? You meant sorrel. Let me see if they come up, Andy. Yep, that's a good one. And you can get it on Tuesday. Yeah, cassowaries are scary. Okay, let's have some fun here. See, that's a pretty intense bird. A cassowary's kick is powerful enough to be potentially lethal. Sharp claws to slice and puncture. It can get rather comical. Hey, Rita. We're all talking about great dinosaurs that are alive today. Yeah, but you know, an ostrich kick is pretty deadly too. Well, enough. That sounds like a personal problem there. Time for you to clean up your cat mess. What dinosaurs do you have, Rita? In other words, chickens, quail, geese, ducks. Oh, your son has emus? Those are big dinosaurs too. Has he been getting, did he get eggs this spring? Oh, she has some feathered friends, if I remember correctly. Yeah, okay. They're probably too young yet. Oh, just a minute and I'll let you know, Andy. About 8 weeks or 56 days to hatch. And ideal temperature is 97.5 degrees. So about a degree. And the emu doesn't lay eggs till they're 2 or 3 years old. from November to March. 56 to 60 days. And you got that right. They're smart. They're like seahorses. They let the males take care of the incubation. The male will gather all the eggs and lay on the nest. And he stays on the nest until they hatch. Yeah, and you would have to set your incubator. And emus, they had to be in pairs. You got that right. White House on the Hill is one that I watched when they did theirs. Let me see if I can find. Let me see. Let me see if I can find the one I want to send you guys. This is the playlist you guys should watch. Because this is the one where they hatched their first emu. That's White House on the Hills when they hatched their first one. Bamboo. Well, I'll be right back, you guys. I had to take care of a call that can't be refused and get me some more coffee. Now I'm getting the coffee. And it is now raining outside. Not bad, just a little bit. I'll just be glad when my flowers start to flower. My borage hasn't started flowering yet, neither has my nasturtiums, but they're looking good. Have a blessed day, Christopher and Angela. Hello, Pearl Mix TV. My new saying should be don't be an emu. Thing are is emus don't do good if you have just one. You have to have at least two of them. I'm just watching you guys joking amongst yourselves right now. And we are down to 5 people watching. And I give it about 10 more minutes and then I'm going to be heading out because I think Lucy needs to go out. No, I have a raincoat because I don't need an umbrella. Somebody left an umbrella at my door and I left it at the door because I refuse to use. I've gotten hurt by trying to use umbrellas. So I'd rather just use a raincoat. I hope you get it done soon too, Andy. What have you got left to do on it? You have a blessed day too, Buster, and stay safe. What have you got left to do on it, Andy? You have to get wire on the walls, the wood fence on one half, the ground cover, and a door. Hmm. Then move the cages in. Hmm. Oh, you haven't done anything at all on it this week. Okay. Oh no. Well, you weren't expecting to raise all your grandkids. That's enough to put you behind schedule. You know, if there was a way that you can organize the kids to help you get things done would be great. Even a 5-year-old, you can give them little chores to do. Oh, wow. I wish you luck, Andy. But it is time for me to stop. So, everybody, if you haven't already done it, click the thumbs up and have a blessed week.